According to what I've seen on X, you had a crazy week. But aside from the fact that you released the product, which is our biggest release in a long time, what was the highlight of the week? The Sol Cybertruck is our most revolutionary product. So for it to actually go into production and deliver the first article to people indicates that it has passed all regulatory tests, is dependable, and is something that can be driven. Welcome to a glimpse of what might very well be dubbed Sandy Munro and Elon Musk are featured in the show The Visionaries at Work. In his opening remarks, Elon Musk describes the Tesla Cybertruck as nothing short of revolutionary, getting us to imagine just how far Tesla has come from conceptual drawings to metal beasts on the road. People aren't just moving quickly. They're working at what Elon likes to refer to as the speed of thought, which makes you wonder if the company's next model could just be a thought you summon with your mind. Elon also discusses Tesla's autonomous after the tech speaks openly about how difficult it is to navigate parking garages. We meet Dan from the three-dimensional services group. Perhaps one day these cars can SMS you when they've located a spot and can move seamlessly. Dan is not just any guy. He's the one you call when you need your groundbreaking ideas quickly and concretely transformed into products. He shows us around their high-tech equipment, which includes a 1,500-ton press and a Trump 5 AIS laser system that sound like something out of a science fiction movie. The idea is to accelerate product development to the point where you might blink and miss it. Dan and his group are the backstage magicians that ensure that creative concepts become more than just ideas. Now that we've gone over here, we're in front of a Trump laser, number 7045, number 7040, and we're going to hear a brief overview of its capabilities. It has 5 AIS. Did you notice? This is a 5 AIS laser. Our company has 25 Trump 5 AIS systems. This specific model is a 6-kilo machine. These are the best 5-axis laser cutting machines accessible in the marketplace. Consider these 5 AIS laser cutting machines as the Michelangelo of metal. They don't just cut, they also carve precision parts, like they're creating Renaissance sculptures. And since an artist wouldn't be the same without their reliable tools, allow us to introduce the trio of AIS welding systems. Holding on to your hats, because Elon and Sandy are about to crank up the voltage. We're jumping from the old-school 12 volts to a hopping 48 volts in electrical systems. All of this is part of an automation system that keeps everything running as smoothly as a barista whipping up espresso shots during the morning rush. It's like switching from a paddle boat to a speedboat. More power, less drag. This isn't just a tweak. It's a revolutionary change that makes everything sleeker and more efficient. One effect of having a very high bandwidth bus is that you don't need as many point-to-point wires because you're not constrained by the data rate. For example, if your data rate per wire is low, as it usually is with CAN bus, you need to have many point-to-point wires. However, if you have a very high data rate, like Ethernet, you can simply attach to the bus and not worry about any kind of latency, packet loss, or data loss. Essentially, you just witnessed our dynamic duo similar to attempting to pet her cats. But with wires and data, Elon reflects on failed attempts in the past. The landing emphasizes the necessity for truly brilliant ideas, not just fresh ones. Here, with a smirk in his eye, Sandy adds, "Why are there faster data rates and less spaghetti mess behind the dashboard now that we've switched from the old canvas to the shiny new Ethernet?" Hold on to your seats literally, because steer-by-wire is akin to choosing wireless internet over a dial-up connection in a world where speed is king. Tech leadership, they agree, is not just about having the steering wheel. It's also about understanding the physics of the road and car mechanics. Traveling grinning, Sandy entered the conversation. Likens it to operating a jet aircraft. The days of mechanical connections are long gone. Welcome to the era where steering inputs are recommendations to an extremely intelligent system that handles itself with ease. It's like asking your car to turn left here, please, and the car just knows how to do it. Elon nods. It's obvious that these two are planning for a future in which driving will be as high-tech as flying. In this future, it appears that steering a car will be something we teach our grandchildren we used to do manually, because the Cybertruck steering O is a command to the computer. So that means we can adjust the gain. Elon Musk and Sandy Munro are all about the little things that make driving not just a chore, but charm. Let's zoom in as they delve into the world of high-tech steering systems and truck innovations that could make a parking valet. I'll try to explain this in ways that, say, an engineering audience would understand, but also that maybe a general audience would also understand by variable gain. It's kind of like turning out the if you've got an amplifier or something, you turn the amplifier to a low setting or a high setting, and so you can increase the amplification of the motion of your steering yoke according to what speed you're driving. Envious Elon transports us to a contemporary jet airliner's cockpit, or more accurately, he makes a comparison between the steering indeed. Unless you're maneuvering an egg, it's yoke, not yole. This isn't just any ordinary steering mechanism, though it's more akin to speaking softly to your car. You instruct the computer to turn up the gain, which is similar to turning up the volume on your favorite song. And then, depending on how quickly you're moving, it amplifies your input. It feels like having a steering system that is almost psychically responsive. Now, shifting back to terra firma, there are no longer any awkward 15-degree turns to squeeze into that tiny space at the grocery store thanks to Sandy's clever feature of rear-wheel steering in the truck they're talking about. But wait, there's more. Elon can't help but gush about the ruby back seat of the truck, which is large enough to lounge in, and he talks up the shiny stainless steel windshield wipers, which are probably made to withstand a small apocalypse. Sandy nods, acknowledging the challenges they faced in order to produce such innovations. But the Tesla journey continues because new discoveries are made every day, with ups and downs that add to the intrigue. When it comes to Tesla's remarkable growth, it's not just about watching from the sidelines for Tesla bulls, and those with a keen eye for finding the next stock market gem. Seeking Alpha, today's sponsor, shares in pro-Tesla optimism. Tesla continues to draw in more and more investors. Your one-stop destination for the most recent information on Tesla is Seeking Alpha. Targets for Tesla stock price. Elon Musk's innovations. With Tesla and everything else, avoid the negative coverage of Tesla in the mainstream media by clicking on the affiliate links in the description and making a purchase. You might help our channel by supporting Seeking Alpha, the greatest source of pro-Tesla news online. Thank you for your support. It was true for everyone, including me, that nobody was immune to that stuff. So for a few years there, we were actually unable to produce enough of the Model Y and Model 3. However, I have a horrible back. My back is really bothering me. And ostentatious cars. Elon worries that the emphasis on political correctness that is prevalent today could be leading not to a utopia, but rather to a society enmeshed in deceit and conformity. It seems as though everyone is reading from the same script and no one is brave enough to offer originality. Amidst these reflections, there's a gleam of traditional Musk optimism as he demands a makeover. Folks, you've just buckled up and blazed through a whirlwind tour with Elon Musk and Sandy Munro. We hope you're leaving with more than just a spark of innovation, maybe a full battery's worth. If you enjoyed today's ride and don't want to miss the next episode, then why not hit that like button? It's like he's advocating for a societal software update version 2.0, where progress is measured not by likes and shares, but by skills and real achievements. Get Tesla insights by subscribing and give that call. Compared to attempting to locate a parking space at a Tesla charging station on a busy Saturday, it is simpler.